Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have GARMIN Forerunner 70, and in today's video I'm going to show you a few settings I recommend to change. So let's get started. And the first thing I recommend to check and change is the satellite accuracy. Basically, you can do a few things with it. You can completely turn off the satellites. You can select the best accuracy, but it will use more battery life in that process, unfortunately. But you can also select a profile that gives you like less accuracy, but gives you a better battery life. You can play with it and select your best choice. Also, maybe you have some activities that require super good accuracy, and you then enable the accuracy mode, and maybe you have some other activities that don't require as much accuracy for you, but you prefer to have a better battery life on your watch, and you can basically change those settings all the time, use it. I really recommend to check it. And to use it, you first need to find the activity you want to start. So for example, let's go to activities menu, and let's say I want to change my satellite settings for the run. So I selected the run, then I can go to the run settings right here, and then scroll through the list and look for the satellites. And by default you will have this option, all systems. This is the best accuracy one, but let's say you want to have something like less accuracy but better battery life. You can select, for example, GPS only. It gives you only GPS, you have decent accuracy and better battery life. But you have also this option, this is the one that was selected by default, better accuracy. Basically all systems are enabled and you get the best accuracy. This could be useful in some forested areas, maybe like in a dense city, something that requires not only GPS but maybe other systems as well. And then we have UltraTrac. This is the battery saver option. Basically it has lower accuracy but best battery life. So maybe if you're going for like a hike or long hike or trip or something, and you don't want the battery to be affected that much, you still want to have some accuracy for your, or you want some tracking basically, but not the best one, but you're not willing to sacrifice the battery life, you can always select this one. I really recommend to check it. It might be useful. And you can of course completely turn off the satellites for your workout as well, but that's if you really don't need it. Okay, so select the one you like, and then you can go back, start your workout, and it should be good to go. Next thing I recommend to check is the pulse oximeter settings. So if you open the menu, go to the settings, go to the health and wellness. Was it health and wellness? Yeah, here we have a pulse oximeter, and by default it will be on demand. So basically you need to so you need to do it yourself. It's like a manual process, but you can also select during the sleep. So if you want to measure your pulse oximeter, so basically blood oxygen during the sleep, you can select this option. And now your watch will be measuring the blood oxygen for you during the sleep. That could be useful if you want to check if you're sleeping well and stuff like that. And then we have the option all day. I don't recommend this one because it will affect your battery life a lot, because it will be measuring your blood oxygen quite often. And honestly, I don't see benefit unless you have some issues with your health and you need to check it all the time. Then go ahead and enable it, because yeah, if it's needed, then why not? I recommend on demand or during the sleep if you want to track it during your sleep, and that will keep your battery quite healthy. Also, you can go to the wrist heart rate, and here we can also enable and disable the wrist heart rate. But remember that if you disable the heart rate, it won't measure the pulse oximeter for you. Okay. Next thing I recommend to check is the button shortcuts. And to do it, go to the menu, of course, settings, and then systems, or system, my bad. And here we have shortcuts option. And this option allows you to create some shortcuts for your watch, button shortcuts, or rather assign some shortcuts, because shortcuts already existing, you just need to change what it does. So for example, you have hold start button, which you basically press and hold the button. And we have a hold back, hold down, so this one, start plus down, so these two, start plus up, so these two, back plus light, so these two, and back plus up. And you can assign different shortcuts for different buttons. For example, let's say I want to use back plus up, and I want to use it for, let's just say, calculator. And now if we go back the watch face, because usually they work on watch face, you can press the buttons and it should open the calculator for you. Okay, so I recommend to check it, change it, play with it. It will make your watch a bit more versatile, more easy to use, or maybe even more personalized, basically up to your liking. Another thing I recommend to change is the sound volume on your watch. So go to settings, sound and vibe, and here you have this option called alert volume, and you can adjust it by tapping on it and then changing the volume of it, basically on the slider. And what it does, it changes the volume for the alerts, like notifications, alarms and stuff like that. So adjust it to your liking. You can also turn on the silent mode if you want, or turn off some tones. As you can see, button tones, you can turn them on or off. Same for the alarm tones. So if you have the alert tones disabled and you change the option, it won't give you any sound, but if you enable them, you have a preview how loud it is. And same for the buttons. You can also hear the buttons beeping. If you want to, you can disable them. So play with the settings and make your watch a bit more easy to use or convenient to use. Okay, and then we have the screen timeout. Basically how quickly the screen turns off after you stop using your watch, or maybe not stop using the watch, but stop touching the screen or the buttons. And this is useful if you want to, for example, optimize the battery life on your watch. You want to increase the battery life, for example. To do it, you go to the display and brightness, and here we have the option called timeout. And here you have 4 seconds, 8 seconds, and 15 seconds. 4 second one is the best for the battery life, because the screen stays on shortly, or for short time, basically. 8 seconds is a middle ground. It stays longer, but it uses more battery life. And 15 seconds, it's like a longest one, and it stays longest, but it uses more battery life in the process as well. So pick your poison. I recommend something like 8 seconds. 4 seconds is too short for me, but you can choose whatever you like, and then you can press the back button a couple of times to go back to watch face. And I believe that's about all. So if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving a like on the video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.